For over 4,500 years, the Great Pyramid of Giza has stood as one of humanity's greatest achievements. Even today, questions remain about how these enormous stone blocks were moved and placed with such incredible precision. But what if the pyramids aren't humanity's greatest mystery? What if, nearly 7,000 years before Egypt, before writing, before metal tools, before the wheel, someone built what should have been impossible, a monument so ancient, it changed the story of civilization? Who built it? How did they carve and move stone pillars weighing up to 20 tons? And why was it deliberately buried? This is the mystery of Göbekli Tepe. For thousands of years, one of humanity's greatest secrets lay hidden beneath an ordinary hill. In southeastern Turkey, just 15 kilometers northeast of the modern city of Şanlıurfa, stood a place no one imagined would change history. For centuries, it was nothing more than a quiet hill covered in stones. Until 1994, when German archaeologist Klaus Schmidt looked at the scattered rocks and realized they were anything but ordinary beneath the soil. Towering T-shaped pillars began to emerge. They weren't natural formations. They had been carefully carved by human hands. Foxes, snakes, vultures, wild boars. Dozens of animals were engraved into the stone with remarkable skill. But the greatest surprise was yet to come. Radiocarbon dating revealed an astonishing truth. Göbekli Tepe was built around 9,600 BCE, more than 11,000 years ago, around 6,000 years before Stonehenge, and nearly 7,000 years before the Great Pyramids of Egypt. At that moment, everything archaeologists thought they knew about the beginning of civilization was challenged. Because at that time, there were no cities, no writing, no metal tools, no wheel. So how could people from the Stone Age build something this extraordinary? To answer that question, we first need to understand the people who built it. For decades, archaeologists believed they understood how civilization began. The story seems simple. First came farming. People settled down. Villages became cities. And only then did humans begin building temples and monuments. It was a theory taught in schools around the world. Until Göbekli Tepe. Everything about this site challenged that timeline. Because Göbekli Tepe wasn't built by a civilization. It wasn't built by kings. It wasn't built by an empire. The people who built it were hunter-gatherers. People once believed to live simple lives, constantly moving, searching for food. Yet somehow, they organized hundreds of people, quarried enormous limestone pillars, carved them with incredible precision, and arranged them into massive ceremonial circles, thousands of years before the first cities ever appeared. This raised a question that no one expected. What if civilization didn't create religion? What if religion helped create civilization? Could the desire to gather, to believe, and to build together have come before farming itself? If that's true, then Göbekli Tepe isn't just another archaeological site. It may represent the very first chapter of civilization. The people who built Göbekli Tepe left behind no written records, no blueprints, no instructions, only stone, hundreds of massive limestone blocks, some weighing up to 20 tons. The builders used simple stone tools, yet the carvings they created were astonishingly precise. Every pillar had to be cut, shaped, transported, and raised upright, without metal, without machines, without wheels. Archaeologists believe the stone came from nearby limestone quarries. Some were less than a few hundred meters away. Others may have traveled even farther. Researchers think large groups of people worked together, using ropes, wooden levers, and carefully planned teamwork. But no one knows exactly how they lifted these towering pillars into place. Even today, it remains one of Göbekli Tepe's greatest mysteries. And perhaps, the bigger question isn't how they built it, but why they were willing to invest so much effort in the first place. Then, something even stranger happened. The people who built Göbekli Tepe didn't abandon it. They buried it, deliberately, carefully. Thousands of tons of earth and stone were used to cover the entire site. It wasn't destroyed. It wasn't forgotten. It was preserved. But why? No one knows for certain. Some archaeologists believe the site had fulfilled its purpose. Others think new beliefs replaced the old ones. Another theory suggests the builders wanted to protect something sacred. Whatever the reason, this wasn't a natural event. It was a deliberate decision made by human hands. And because the site remained buried for thousands of years, its incredible carving survived. Its towering pillars remained standing, waiting to be discovered once again. Even today, the true reason why Göbekli Tepe was buried remains one of archaeology's greatest mysteries. More than 30 years after its discovery, Göbekli Tepe continues to surprise archaeologists. Every excavation reveals new details, new carvings, new structures, new questions, and perhaps the most astonishing fact of all: only a small portion of the site has been excavated. Much of Göbekli Tepe still lies hidden beneath the earth, waiting to reveal its secrets. Today, archaeologists have a much better understanding of the people who built this remarkable place, but many of the biggest questions remain unanswered. Who organized its construction? Why was it built? Why was it buried? And what else is still waiting to be discovered? Göbekli Tepe reminds us that history is never truly finished. Every new discovery has the power to challenge what we believe. And sometimes, the oldest places still have the newest stories to tell. For thousands of years, Göbekli Tepe remained hidden beneath the earth, not destroyed, not forgotten, simply waiting for the right moment to be discovered. Today, it reminds us that history is never complete. Every new discovery has the power to challenge what we believe. And perhaps, the greatest mysteries aren't the ones we've solved. They're the ones we're only beginning to understand. Because somewhere beneath the sands, beneath the forests, or beneath another forgotten hill, the next discovery may already be waiting. Until then, Göbekli Tepe remains one of humanity's greatest mysteries.